Welcome to Mama Cat's home, and kind of welcome back to my kitchen. We're not in the kitchen right this moment, but the reason why is because I decided to sit down at my desk and record this because this week's menu, well, this week's food, whatever, what we ate was different than my plan. It was different than normal. So, I'm going to tell you what my plan originally was, and then I'm going to tell you what we actually had, except one meal, which we don't know yet, which I'll tell you that in a moment, or tell you why. And I'm going to tell you right now the reason why that our menu plan was not the way that we had planned. And then I'm going to tell you some other things, like just explain some things that I really want to talk to you about menu planning. So this is going to be a little bit different than my normal what's for dinners, but I hope that's okay. Our menu plan was shepherd's pie, grilled chicken and steak, club sandwiches, spaghetti, grilled pork chops, crunch wraps, and a charcuterie board. Okay, so that was our menu plan. That's the plan we had come up with on the Saturday night, because we usually do our menu plans on Saturday night, because Sunday is the new week for our menu plans, and that's the way we do it. Well, Sunday I was fine. So we did have the shepherd's pie. And I'll be showing you the pictures or the video of what I have while I am talking here. But, so you'll just see a little bit of a clip of what we were eating. That's the way I'm planning on editing this time. This time. Anyway, we had the shepherd's pie. And it did not turn out like I wanted it to. It was very greasy. I do not know why, because I drained the grease. Or drained the meat. I don't know. It was just bad. But the boys seemed to like it and ate it for leftovers. So, okay. Then on Monday night, we had grilled chicken and steak. Now, the reason why we also had other things, baked potato. The reason why we have grilled chicken and grilled steak is because our kids don't really like steak all the time or very often, which we don't have it all the time, but they don't like it as much as they do the grilled chicken sometimes. So we do both, because Jeff and I don't really love grilled chicken breast, but the kids do. So it's like a win-win. Plus we have lots of leftovers, and then the boys can take them to work and things like that. So then on Monday, that's what we had. And then on Monday evening, I had already started feeling kind of yucky on Monday, but I had not done any of my meal prep. So then Tuesday rolled around, and I started having some severe tummy troubles. I had not done my prep. I had decided I'm not doing the prep right now because I just don't think I can get through it. I didn't want to film. I didn't want to take anything out. I didn't want to put anything in the refrigerator or do the things in my pantry. I just felt super weak. So, I didn't cook that night. We were supposed to have club sandwiches, but instead we had leftovers, which was fine. We had plenty. So then on Wednesday night, we had spaghetti. Mind you, we still did not do menu prep or meal prep. I'm going to tell you, I didn't do it at all because I just felt so sick. So, anyway, we had spaghetti and garlic bread. Jeff actually made that whenever he got home from work. I hated that he did it. I did try to eat a little bit of it, but it tasted good, but it was not good. I didn't eat much at all. I ate like a fourth of what I would normally eat. Then on Thursday, we were supposed to have grilled pork chops, but instead I had canned soup. Jeff had leftovers, and Selena had dental work done on Wednesday. So she ended up having mashed potatoes because her mouth was hurting, and Noah had leftovers. On Friday, we were supposed to have crunch wraps, but I still wasn't feeling well. I didn't think I could take the spice, so we ended up having Zaxby's, which I was fine with. It did not, bother me to eat that or anything. It was just simpler than cooking. So we did have Zaxby's. And then tonight is Saturday. This is Saturday. And we don't know what we're having yet. It will be one of those 4 that we did not have this week. But you'll be seeing that right now. So you'll know what we had by now. It'll either be the club sandwiches, grilled pork chops, crunch wraps, or the charcuterie board. We don't know yet. But one thing that I wanted to do while that this week was weird, and it was just a time that I could actually talk to you guys about what to do when your weeks aren't as planned. When your menu plan just does not work for you because of sickness, because of unknown appointments, or, unforeseen circumstances that might happen. What you do is you go ahead and do it whatever you can anyway. Now, I know all of you don't do the meal prep like I do. And honestly, if I had done the meal prep earlier in the week, I still would not have been able to cook those meals, because some of them, because one, I don't think I could handle the spice from the taco stuff with the crunch wraps. The pork chops and stuff, I don't think I could have stood to stand there and cook it. I don't think I could have. I've been very weak. In fact, today Jeff called me and he said, "You sound weak," whenever he called me from work. And I said, "Yeah, I feel weak. I'm very weak." And I'm not telling you any of this to make you feel bad for me, because I am feeling much better than I was. But whenever you have a rough week, I don't want you to feel guilty for not sticking to your menu plan, because any meats that you purchased and did not freeze, you can freeze or cook within the next few days after you feel better. And any meats that you did not take out are still fine. They're still in the freezer. They're still fine. And all of your pantry items, they're non-perishables, so you don't have to worry about that. And in our home, it's a little bit different, because all of us are adults. We can all cook for ourselves. All of us have the knowledge and ability to cook, if we want to do it, so that's not a big deal. But I know some of you moms have littles that sometimes you're like pressured to go ahead and get up and cook no matter how bad you feel. And I say, on those weeks, give yourself some grace. Make the frozen pizzas, the frozen nuggets or tenders, or whatever kinds of those quick meals you have in the freezer. Go ahead and do that all week if you need to. Do the canned soup, do the raviolis, do the SpaghettiOs, whatever you've got to do. Because it's okay to feed your kids something you would not normally feed them, and have quick meals all week when mama's sick. Because if you go ahead and push yourself to cook all the other stuff, even though you feel run down and ragged and you're weak and you're sick and maybe you're in the bathroom a little more than you want to be, you're going to be worse. You're going to take longer to heal. You're going to take longer to get better, and you're going to get burnt out, and you're just going to end up worse than what you were in the beginning. So give yourself grace. Feed them grilled cheese. It's fine. Give them a peanut butter sandwich. If they're not allergic to peanut butter, it's not going to hurt them. And if you feel like a little guilty because maybe they're not getting all of the vegetables that you want to give them, or they're not getting all of this, that, or the other, give them a multivitamin. It's fine. Because we have to take care of ourselves and make sure we're okay whenever we are feeding our families. It's not always easy to do that. I know there were times whenever my children were younger that it was very hard to feed them hot dogs or this or that or whatever. But then again, the kids kind of love it whenever they have those types of things. I don't know why. Maybe the preservatives taste delicious. Myself, I don't love hot dogs. If they're grilled, I can handle them, or cooked a certain way inside. But I just, kids love that stuff. They think it's party all week, and it's fine. Recuperate, get better. Don't make yourself weaker than you already are. And don't let your menu plan be your boss. Now, you see on here where I had written it all out, Then I have circles and I have check marks and I have other things written in. Now the other things written in, I only wrote in for video purposes. I would not have written that in if I was not doing videos, but I wanted to be able to remember what we had so I could tell you guys. But, and actually I didn't even circle this one because we decided we're not doing that, and I just wrote in leftovers. Don't know why I did that way, but on that day it was really, really bad. And, so it's, don't let this be the boss of you. You be the boss of it. Also, with your menu plans, just because you have something on Saturday does not mean, or have it written on Saturday, does not mean you have to have it on Saturday, unless you've already taken out the meats and the things are going to ruin. You know, that kind of situation is different. But if it's something that will hold for a couple of days, you can swap up your days. Don't feel like you're obligated to the day. Like you may, like this week, we had appointments. We had an appointment on Tuesday. We had an appointment on Wednesday. Then I had to do a lot of calling and different things because of Jeff's surgery this week. And so we had a lot of things going on that I didn't want to have a big meal to cook on those days. Well, I didn't know I was going to have certain appointments until that week. Well, I'd already made the menu plan, but I did have easy meals on it as well as a little bit more difficult. None of my meals are ever difficult to me. It may be just because I'm used to cooking them, or it could be just because I just like to cook. I don't know why, but I don't like feel a lot of pressure whenever it comes to cooking, unless I'm following one of those recipes that are like step by step by step, and you are like, it would be so much easier to do it this way. Like I said, I hope this is okay, because I know this video is different than normal, but I did want to take the opportunity, since my video was not going to be what I wanted it to be, to sit down and talk with you guys. I also started not to do this video at all, but I decided I would go ahead and show you what we had, even though it's not what we planned. It's okay to go off plan sometimes, because everything that I planned, I can do next week or something else like that. There's no reason for me to feel guilty. There's no reason for me to feel bad about not sticking to my menu plan, because you created the menu plan and you can change it if you want to. So I guess that is all I have for today. I hope this made sense. I hope this was okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you like the channel, go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I upload. Also, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you had for dinner. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.